What's up everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today I landed my biggest purely whatnot consignment ever, and I'm super excited about unboxing it. It's actually a reconsigner, so it's somebody who had purchased a lot of items from me and a lot of items from elsewhere, but I think a lot of this stuff is stuff that was bought in my sales. That person needed to divest of them, so they sent them back to me. So I'm super excited to see what's inside. It should be some pretty fresh inventory. I think that the collector or the buyer was sort of a thematic one, so a lot of it is some ancient coins. There's some sort of Byzantine types, ancient Judean, but it'll be really exciting to look at the full sort of spectrum of what's available. I think there's an Athenian owl tetradrachm in here, which will be also, something I'm looking forward to, but it's been a lot of hard work recently in the office. Really excited about all the consignments that have started flowing in because I really like them. I think I'll do a video soon on some of the pros and cons of consignments, but the ones I've been doing so far have worked out extremely well. So yeah, it's like a fun unboxing. I don't know of any auction company that like shows their unboxings sort of live as to what the material that they're getting in. So I'll try to have this out. This stuff might be selling in the next few months. I'm going to try to mix it up, especially if there's some similar types, but I don't know the full list of what's in there. So time to cut this thing open. And now I'm going to open this thing up, but I'm not going to show you as I cut it open because there's probably some identifying information, like when people consign, they have to fill out consignor forms, that sort of thing. And so I try to conceal the identity of consignors, but then I'll show you all of the coins. And we have an epic group of coins here. I had forgotten, I didn't know exactly what was going to be in here. Didn't get a consignor list ahead of time, but I'm going to obviously generate the schedule one now. But we'll just start with this group right here. Some nice, that looks like a Christ phallus from the Byzantines. And it looks like we'll start with, a nice mix of some really pretty Byzantine Christ items. Some great definition on the reverse. Jesus Christ, King of Kings. Ooh, and wow, that's a really pretty one. That could be up there for one of the nicest ones that I've sold. And it's fun to sort of recognize a lot of these items coming back to us now. Right here, we've got a great Byzantine item. There's, that I think that one's class B, I want to say. There's a class C. And so these were like 1020 to sort of 1041 are the ones we've been looking at. I think that's a class A, which is a 1020 to 1028. There's a beautiful one. And so really just some pretty items. Yeah, and I think it'll be great to, have these available for people. With this is the sort of thing where these ones I'll sort of pace myself in terms of how long I take to sell them, because since they are, special items, but some similar types on that front, it wouldn't make sense to sell all of them right at once. And right here, this looks like, and I'm going to try to mix things up, but here is some Pruta, and I may group lot, maybe run 2 of them at a time or something like that. We've also got some really nice Crusader states inventory right here. That one is a Tancred bust. There's a Venetian Grosso with the Jesus Christ very prominently there. That one's of Pietro Gradenigo, and that one is double struck quite clearly. Right here, we've got a Crusader states. This is a really nice reverse, which is not super common for those. Just the condition on those is generally pretty weak. Nice Roman procurators. That's a Herod Agrippa Pruta. That looks like the Latin Cross Class I Anonymous Phallus. And then this one, this could be the, Virgin Mary type. So we see Virgin Mary and Jesus on it. And then this one is a worse condition. This one looks like a Hold Silver Grosso, but you can still see the ICXC, Jesus Christ on the throne. And there is a Pruta, Hasmonean Dynasty. This looked like some very exciting Greek silver or Roman provincial silver. So we'll start right here. Ooh, and I forgot that we're getting that back, but we have that's not the best condition denarius I've ever sold, but believe that's a Septimius Severus. I'll look closer later. Right here, we've got a very cool Athenian owl tetradrachm. So that'll be probably one of the more fun ones. I haven't sold any owl tets in a long time, so it's got the full portrait of the owl and that sort of thing. That'll be an exciting one to sort of show off. We've got a Syrophoenician. That one's not in the best condition, but Syrophoenician tetradrachm of Caracalla, who's the son of Septimius Severus and takes over after his reign. Here we've got a nice Roman provincial tetradrachm, and then we've got a denarius. That one's a very sharp looking denarius. Here we've got I think it's the elephant cap, which is kind of a pretty cool type for it. And then we've got is that a Miletos, or some sort of a fractional item. And then I think it's a diable, that last one, or maybe it's Kyzikos. Here's a Maurice Tiberius and Nero Billen tetradrachm. We've got a Christ, Bulgarian even Stratzimir ducat, I want to say. And then, very fun, that says Geta on it, so I assume it is a Geta denarius. And that is certainly a very solid coin. This, I saw a few interesting other silver types in here. Possibly some just also Roman, but this is a super shiny Khusro, very lustrous Khusro II dram from the Sassanids. There's another nice and overstruck Crusader States item. We've got this interesting, galloping horse bronze. We've got a Parthian dram right here. Super interesting. And this looks like a nice Achaemenid Empire stater. Or not stater, sorry, Siglos. There's a Byzantine, I want to say it's Heraclius Constantine with sons. And then this looks, very sharp, minted in Constantinople items. Here we've got a Majorana, which is nice. We've got a, Denaro from the Carolingian Empire. And then another very solid Byzantine Empire item. We've got a few group lots here. This one looks like some Byzantine stuff. And then we've got some, mixes of Pruda coins. So be curious to see where those end up, as well as this bag of Byzantine stuff. I gotta clean or find a new bag for that one before I sell it. Now let's see what I've got over here. It looks like more interesting Roman Imperial silver. Oops, there we go. Beautiful denarius coin. And it's fun, I haven't seen many of these for a long time. There's a really, really nice coin of Licinius. There's a super sweet horse type, but I forget exactly the details on that item. Right here, I've got a Rhodes dram. As we keep moving here, got a 1 penny. I think that's somewhat randomly thrown in, but then a Cilician Armenian, possibly Hetum item, and then it looks like a few more Byzantine and Crusader States types. Wonderful. Then this looks like we've got some more bronze Pruda coins. So we'll take a look from this angle. There's some earlier, or that's actually not, I want to say that's Porcius Festus under Nero. I always forget some of the specifics. There's another Hasmonean Dynasty Pruda. That's the same type. That one looks like a slightly different and very off-center Roman procurators type. Or actually, no, I think those are just Hasmonean Dynasty, but larger planchet Pruda, and then maybe that's the Constantine Ducas version. And then let me try to get this rubber band off of this. It's nice and securely packaged, which is always, I'm always even a little concerned. You never know what happens when you mail something, but Byzantine, Christ, and Christ, or not Christ, just biblical themed, because they are the Pruda types. But there's a lot of very historic styles of items mixed in here. There's a very nice Byzantine. That's an earlier Byzantine type. Beautiful Romulus and Remus Urbs Roma, and a gorgeous Vic Og That's a particularly nice. Oh wow, and only sold for $44 when they bought it. You know, it's interesting. My model with the ancient stuff has basically just been, instead of trying to get the super marked up prices, and sometimes stuff sells for high, you know, that, you know, like a V Coins or MA Shops sellers are trying to sell for by it now, just to blow it out in scale, lose on some, and try to come out ahead overall. But that looks like it'll be another, yeah, gorgeous Romulus Remus. Nice eye appeal. Phallus. That looks like maybe a, I want to say, yeah, that's a Golden Horde Toktamish item, which is a pretty nice, you know, I don't get too much in the way of Golden Horde stuff. 1732 Real, Judean War Pruda, half Phallus, and another that looks like the Mary Christ Phallus type. Maybe just fascinating. And I'm excited because I was speaking with the consignor, and there's no worries if this doesn't end up happening, but they also have other stuff that they could be interested in consigning depending on how this stuff goes. But here we've got more that looks like it's overstruck, but the Constantine Ducas Byzantine. If it's not a new type, I may move by it, but there's a different type that's a Lorenzo Tiepolo Venetian Grosso, which is great. And then a really nice medal from Switzerland. Cilician Armenian Tram from King Levon III. There, is that a Ragusa possibly? Yeah, it's uncertain, but it does have a very clear Christ portrait on that side as well. So very fun. And then over here, this was one of my smallest sale values ever. I sold this for $19. This is a Billen Aurelianianus. That was probably one of the worst single sales that I ever did. But here, let's see what else we're going to come up with. We've got a Cuban item, Mid-State 64, with Che Guevara. We've got 1956D, nice lustrous penny, and improved 67 cameo. We also have this very nicely toned Cuban, I believe it's a 20 centavos coin. And then let me get this last one over. Nice repunched mint mark, Mint State 64, double die, it's on the back there. Or not double die, excuse me. It's double die reverse and a repunched mint mark. I don't think I sold this one to this consignor, but very interested to see how it does. Mint State 66, Israeli Feast of Purim, half lira. We've got a Billen Aurelianianus. We've got this really nice choice fine. It has been brushed, but Metapontian Stater. And then we've got this Mint State 62 Contarava Gold Phantom. After that, let's speed through. Looks like we've got a mix of US items, maybe some errors in the mix here. Some repunched mint mark coins, nice standing Liberty items, large cents. Looks like some silver as well. And then over here, more different Christ and biblical themed stuff. Super fun. Judean Pruda. This is going to be a great mix. 14 different shillings. I remember putting that lot together. Here's a Byzantine weight. Haven't been able to sell any of those in a while. And let's go from this angle to see. Ooh, Indian Karshapana. Nice Latin cross phallus. Some different smaller types. And some of these are a little bit more worn. And then we also have a mix of varieties. So varieties and errors. We'll do a little variety and error sale. And then this looks like, ooh, these are also, expensive, maybe world items. We've got a 1854 120 Grana, a Württemberg 5 marks, a nice Lundy coin, this fascinating Saxony porcelain Notgeld, a Morgan dollar, a British Honduras coin, a big 10 francs, a really nice Billen tetradrachm, and a few other choice ancient coins. There's still a fair bit to go. Actually, no, we've already looked at these. So I think this is the last group, and we'll see what's inside. We've got a mixed lot where some random there's some holes in some of the coins. They're not all in the best shape, but they're still a fun group. Yeah, Crusaders. That's a really nice, Byzantine item with a very clear Kizikos mint mark. We've got the turtle halfpenny hard times token. There's an Umayyad, and that looks like the Wasit mint Umayyad Durham, and some other mixed worlds. So this thing is going to be incredible. I'm going to cycle some of these through into upcoming auctions over the next, again, few months. Some of these types I don't have any of anymore, so it'll be very fun to have them available for sale to people. I'm doing a reduced consignment rate, but I am charging to sell these coins, but these are going to be reduced compared to the average fees that I charge. But it should be a really fun project to get started on. And I think a lot of the trends in terms of how people are paying for stuff in my sales is that these have gone up. So others of them have gone down, or sometimes people get in a bidding war for a really nice item. But I'll be curious to watch the results unfold. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.